Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, where we will be learning the 5 steps to start a career in data analytics as you build your career in data analytics on a firm foundation. My name is Tabitha Hamlang, and I will be your webinar host for today. I hope you guys are doing well. I can see that most of you are already chatting, which is great to see. Okay, so before we start, let me just tell you how to make the most out of our webinar room for today. So as you can see, there is a tab right beside the chat box. Okay, it's a Q&A tab. So make sure to use this specific tab if you have any questions about the webinar today, and if you have any questions about our course as well. Now, we also have a poll section here, and let me just see. Okay, the question is, what is your current job? And I can see that there are some novice data analysts already here, but we have a lot of different professions. Actually, most of you have a different profession, and most of you want to change your profession. So I'm quite curious, what is your current profession? Make sure to type it in the chat box. I would love to see what your current job is. Very, very curious about that. Also, just in case there are any problems at all, like maybe video problems or audio problems, may I suggest that you exit the webinar room first and then come back in and see how that works, okay? Or you can refresh it, all right? All right. Okay, so I would love to know a little more about you. I did ask earlier, what is your current profession? We have someone from marketing, civil engineer, software developer, a housewife, an architect intern, a QA team lead, risk manager, engineer, computer engineer. So it's nice to see a variety of jobs and professions here. And we have someone who is also a sales executive, recruiter. Okay, yeah, just keep them coming. Let's make the webinar very engaging and very interactive today, okay? So don't be shy. And even if we don't read your comments and your names out loud, just know that we do read your comments. Okay, so what are we going to be learning today? First of all, we're going to be learning who data analysts are exactly, right? And what do they do? So it's nice to have a better understanding of what data analysts are responsible for, and why are data analysts in demand at this very moment? What is expanding for this profession, right? And what do you need to know to become a pro? But of course, we need to learn the basics first, right? And lastly, how to make a competitive portfolio. So we'll teach you a little bit about that, as well as you look for your future jobs as a data analyst. So how do you get the biggest value from our webinar today? Okay, so you can easily listen to us in the background, maybe doing something else. But research shows that when you listen to something, when you want to learn something, and when you are listening to something just in the background, like half listening, you only retain about 10 to 15% of the information. And actually, I want to remind you that your time here is valuable, and we do value your time, and your time here is also your investment. Okay, so let's get serious. Let's focus for about an hour and just see how you can already apply whatever things that you learn today in the webinar. So maybe suggest the following things, okay? Put your mobile phone aside. If you have a lot of tabs in your laptop, maybe close any unnecessary tabs and turn off your notifications. And then feel free also to take notes and ask questions as we go along. So we appreciate your time so much that we actually have some gifts for you, our token of our appreciation. Okay, so at the end of the webinar, you will get your guide. What are the top 10 mistakes that beginners in data analytics should avoid? This is huge because It's nice to know what you should avoid already so that you can really jumpstart your career in data analytics. Okay, so find out what the top 10 mistakes are at the end of the webinar when you get your guide. We also have a very special discount for you for our data analytics course, only for webinar participants. Okay, so just in case you are curious already what the special discount is, we actually have an offer. So there's also an offers tab here. As you can see, you can click on that and check out the special discount. All right. Okay, so curious to know as well, what would you like to learn at this webinar? And before you guys type in or before the answers come in, let me just read some of the other comments that you have here. Ooh, interesting. We have an archaeologist, recruiters, IT programmers. So yeah, I'd love to know, what is it that you would like to learn specifically at this webinar? Why are you here? And it's nice to also set an intention for the webinar today. So I'll wait for your answers to come in. Okay. How to make money on data analytics. Very interesting. And yes, isn't that something we all want, right? Coding. Okay. I'll wait for your answers to come in. Again, feel free to ask questions and make sure to put your questions specifically in the Q&A tab, because that is where we will be looking at your questions. Okay. Okay. So who are we? We are Refocus Philippines, and Refocus is a global online educational platform, and we cater to people who are looking for a new career in data analytics, and we provide up-to-date practical skills for one's career advancement and business growth. And we're happy to say that we have helped thousands of people in several countries around the globe to find their new profession. And now we are here in the Philippines, and we are really looking forward to sharing this information with all of you and hopefully produce more data analysts here in the Philippines. And in terms of our experience in education, actually, we have educated more than 2,050 students in the Philippines already. And we are very glad that you're here with us. We're glad that you're here to learn and are open to learning more, hopefully upskill, right? And learn something new as well. Okay, so let me just see. Right, exactly. So you want to learn how to upskill and change your career path. And this is why we are here, to have an option for career change, looking for better career. Amazing, guys. This is great. So you're looking for a change, and hopefully we can help you and guide you in making that change. Refocus is also a member of the IT and Business Process Association of the Philippines, the Analytics Association of the Philippines, and we are also a Facebook business partner. So let's get to it already. I know you guys are excited to learn, okay? So our speaker for today is an experienced data scientist across different industries and domains like energy, insurance, fintech, human resource, and healthcare. Okay, and she has also worked as a data science professional at Accenture and Theoria Medical. She is an experienced HR professional and data science facilitator. You guys are in great hands, and we are looking forward to be learning from her today. Let me introduce Ms. Mika Jane Mata. Hi, Mika.
Hi, Tabitha. Thank you so much for the introduction. Hello, everyone. So you can call me Mika. I am an experienced data scientist, and today I will share with you my journey to tech. So I graduated from the University of the Philippines, Visayas last 2015 with a degree in psychology. And as a breadwinner, my main goal in life was to find a job as fast as I can to help in our family expenses. So we are also a big family, mind you guys. So I work in the province. I'm actually an Ilongga. So I work in the province for almost a year before deciding to go to Manila to pursue grad school. So I took masters in my MS in psychology in De La Salle under a scholarship, and I became an HR specialist. So my first job here in Manila was as an HR specialist for an insurance company. So my salary that time was around 25,000, which for me it was really good because it was already above minimum. As an HR specialist, my role was focused on facilitating trainings like employee onboarding and team buildings. I am also in charge of our employee engagement. So I was tasked to create engagement program based on employee data like employee behaviors, their attendance, what they want, their productivity. So that's when I started falling in love with database decision making. So during that time, as an HR specialist, my tools that I use mainly to do data analysis are Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint. But given the amount of data that I'm analyzing, because data is growing was growing that time, I found Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint very limiting. So that's when I decided to search in the internet what are the other tools that I can use to speed up or to improve my ways of doing data analysis. So that's where I found data science. So during that time, data science has a nice tagline to it. It says data science, the sexiest job of the 21st century. So very nice tagline. But it was the promise of a high paying job that pushed me to learn data science and apply to FTW, or For the Women Foundation. For the Women Foundation is a non-profit organization that offers opportunity for women who wants to shift career to tech. So they offer their first program was about data science. So like our Refocus, they offer their data science curriculum. So fortunately, I passed FTW's rigorous recruitment process, and I became part of their pioneer batch for their data science program. So given my non-math and non-tech background, remember my major, or my bachelor's degree, even my master's, was psychology. The whole program was actually a nightmare to me. It was 14 weeks of extensive training in coding and math, and I never coded in my life. I used to joke before that the only programming language I know was Java Rise. Yeah, I don't know Java, the programming language. And the Python that I know is a type of snake, not Python, the programming language. So there were a lot to digest. Again, it's just a 14 weeks of extensive training. There were a lot to digest and to learn. So there were a lot of times, to be honest, that I thought I might give up. And there were a lot of times when I was reflecting and questioning if becoming a data scientist was really what I want, and if all the anxiety and sleepless nights, because we have a lot of coding practice and assignments that we need to submit also, if all those sleepless nights and tears and anxieties are worth it. But I stayed because kapit na kapit ako dun sa promise of high financial return, because as a breadwinner, it's very, very attractive, that promise of high financial return. So to improve our coding skills, some of my classmates and I decided to attend some free coding boot camps or code camps. They call it code camps. Those code camps that we attended help us level up our coding skills. And we also attended some analytics events to network, because we want to be inspired by some stories, especially those women who has similar background with us, coming from a non-tech, non-math background. We want to hear their stories, their struggles, and how they overcome those struggles. So thankfully, I stayed and I graduated from the program. After graduation, I was hired by Accenture as a junior data scientist. So their current offer was more than doubled of my current salary as an HR that time. So I'm very happy talaga because I achieved that financial high paying returns that the program was promising me that time. So this is actually my picture. I FTW use it as one of their poster program, and when they encourage other women to pursue a career in tech or a change in career to change career to data science. So to summarize my career path, so I am a living proof that a non-math and non-tech majors can also become data scientists or can explore careers in data analytics. So my story is really from zero to hero. You just need to have that grit and love for learning because um, as a going back, my love for learning and my grit were the one who sustained me to stay in the program and to continue learning as I become better in my chosen career, which is to become a data scientist. So this is just a summary. So I graduated from UP Visayas. I got my master's in De La Salle. I worked as an HR with CASA, Double Dragon, and Pioneer before I joined Accenture. But before transitioning to Accenture, I did some relearning or upskilling through FTW, but my learning did not stop there. When I became part of Accenture, one of the challenge that I encountered was really selling your data science solutions to the client because at that time we are pioneer. Most of the people don't know what is data science, what is the value they can get from data science. And for me, that's the hardest part. So I decided Accenture helped me, supported me by enrolling me to different um, data science programs out there, like in Coursera. So I was lucky to get a professional data science certification from Stanford through Coursera. I was also enrolled in Data Camp to improve my Python skills because Python for data science or for data analytics is very different from Python as a programming language for software. So those two are different. So DataCamp helped me improve my Python skills, and Accenture also enrolled me in AWS because some of the clients are moving into cloud. So it's really nice to learn that. And then after Accenture, I moved with Theoria Medical. So Theoria Medical is my current company right now. It's a healthcare company, US based. So why data analytics is my passion, you may ask? Because for me, it gives me purpose. It gives me the feeling that I am part of something bigger. That what I do, what I create, has an impact not just to my team, um, not just to my client, but also to my clients' clients. So through our data science solutions, our clients can create better products, can create better customer service for their clients. So what do I do as a data analytics professional? So it really depends on your current organization or your current company because the current landscape of data here, let's say here in the Philippines, not all companies are already data driven or are matured enough to do a lot of sophisticated analysis like predictive modeling or prescriptive modeling. So depending on the current situation of your company, the first steps that you can do is to assess where to get your data. And your data, it may look like differently from what you're expecting because your data may have different forms or format. So some are in Excel format, in CSV format, or if you already have a database infrastructure, it may it it may be a structured tabular format coming from a relational database, or it can be unstructured also, meaning it can be a lot of text like customer feedback or customer comments. It can be a lot of audio data or voice data. For example, if your with BPO or a lot of video data. So there's a different type of data, and there are different ways of treating them. So once you have your data, 80% of your time will be about cleaning it, readying it for further analysis. So that's where some of your statistical analysis skills will be applied. So like for example, if you're familiar with mean median mode, so those are the some of the things that you need to check as you clean and interpret your data. Of course, you also need to work with subject matter experts or SMEs in the organization in order to direct your way on how to analyze your data, because data is never clean. I mean, the ideal state is your data is clean and perfect, but it's the ideal state and it's a dream for most data analysts. So the reality is there's a lot of missing values in the data that you may need to fill in. So the rules to fill in, for example, will come from the SMEs. So they have a say on how are you going to treat those missing values, or how are you going to treat those incorrect values from your data. The main goal is to extract meaningful and useful information from the data to support decision making or to answer any business problems that you want to answer. And a career in data analytics transcends to all fields. Any fields, actually, the possibility is limitless. So you can work with IT, with finance, with healthcare, or even with government. So here's the visual representation of what I am talking about. So the first three steps comprise 80% of your time. So organizing, sorting, and preparing your data sets for further analysis, which is step 4. So here, in step 4, depending on your role, for example, if you're a data analyst, so you can do historical trends, reports, and dashboards. Or if you're a data scientist, you can create machine learning modeling, predictive modeling based on your organized data. And then the real value of your solution or your work will fall here under step 5, which is data storytelling, communicating your results, your insights to your stakeholders. Because that's where the stakeholder and you, they will decide on what is the next steps, or what are the critical business operations that would be impacted by these insights. So there. So why, you may ask, why data analysts are more and more in demand, even during the pandemic. So the amount of data is growing exponentially by 2025. According to Global Datasphere's report, which you can see here, by 2025, data will reach 175 zettabytes. So that's a huge leap from 2010, which is we only have around almost 20 zettabytes data. And bulk of those data were coming from social medias like your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube, your Instagram. So this is a nice visualization of how many datas are being generated in the social media or in the internet sphere last 2021. Yan. So what does it mean? The organizational landscape right now is becoming more tech and data driven. Knowledge is power. Data is the new oil that will help businesses, or that will drive organizations. So those organizations who fail to utilize the power of data will eventually lose in the competition. So data analytics professionals like data analysts, data scientists, data engineers are needed to use or to extract useful, meaningful information from this data to help organizations determine and reach their business goals. That's how important data analytics roles. So there's a lot of demand for DAs right now, and the supply, there's a lot of demand for DAs right now. If you can see in LinkedIn, or some recruiters are cold calling people who have experience in analysis, and the numbers of the supply is actually growing. So I'm encouraging you guys to be part of the wave and start earning your first money, because if the supply keeps up with the demand, it will be a problem later on, right? Because there's a lot of people competing for the demand. But right now, there's a high demand but low supply. So this is the perfect opportunity for you to learn data analysis if you want to venture into data analytics roles. So what are the advantages of being a data analyst? So first, there is a stable high salary and bonuses, so you can actually have as much as 6 figures as a professional data analyst, given your experience, if depending on your experience. But I know that entry level for data analyst is really high already, because 3 years ago, the entry level for data science, meaning fresh from the bootcamp, even though you came from a non-math, non-tech background, is almost 60K. So I think it doubled now. So another advantage of being a data analyst is you can actually work anywhere. So with Theoria Medical, we are actually working remotely. So I'm here now in the province, and I have a lot of time spending with the people that matters to me, like my family, because my work allows me to just work from home, or to just work anywhere, as long as I have internet. I have stable internet connection. So the good thing about it is you can actually allot some time to learn new skills, for example, like driving, cooking, or you can have more vacation time together with your family. Another advantage is you can work for international companies. So Accenture is an international company, and Theoria Medical is a U.S. healthcare company. So new experiences, great work challenges, and of course, they offer higher salary. So another advantage of being a data analyst is there are multiple roles or different career paths that you can venture to. So if you're into predictive modeling, machine learning, AI type, you can explore career in data science. If you're more of a back-end person creating pipeline for data and you work with software engineers, you can explore being a data engineer or a business analyst, for example, if you love analyzing business problems and translating them into analytics problems. And there are also team lead positions and a lot more. So the good thing about the data analytics roles, you can actually jump from one role to another, because most of the skills are overlapping. You just need to decide what you want, and later if you want to become data engineer, for example, you can do it. And it's very easy to transition because of the overlapping skills. So what skills should you develop to become data analyst? So first is the database tools. Remember, the first step in doing data analysis is collection of data. So you need to know where are the data is being stored, and how can you extract the data from the storage. So you can use Excel or SQL to get your data. Next is programming language. So this is actually a requirement, since we're dealing with big data, and as I mentioned earlier, Excel, though it's good, it's very limiting if you're dealing with millions of data already. So it's really good if you learn programming language, because using Python, for example, you can manipulate your data easier. So aside from Python. There's also R. It's not a requirement that you both learn Python and R. So R is mainly used for statistical analysis, very useful for that. One programming language is enough actually. So in my case, I'm I'm into Python, but at the side I'm learning R, but it's not a requirement. So next is data visualization. So it's very easy to explain data to stakeholders or to those people who are not into data analytics if they're seeing graphs or pictures or visualization of the data contrast to a table with a lot of numbers, right? That's why data visualization is a very powerful skill. So you can actually use Power BI, Excel. There's also Tableau. You can also use that to create dashboard and beautiful reports. Next is statistics and math. So I'm really sorry because analysis, it requires a lot of statistics and math. But the good news is at this level, if you're starting your career, you don't need the heavy math or the deep statistics and math. Just the foundations, you're good to go. Because as you gain more experience, that's where the time you also learn more math and more statistics. And it's easier once you get your hands dirty playing with data. It's easy to understand the math behind rather than just focusing on the theory, because applying it will help you learn faster. So for now, the foundations, the fundamentals, you're good to go. Next is problem solving. So of course, if this skill, if you are a type of person who loves to solve puzzles, connect the dots, solve problems, you need that as a data analyst, because you're looking at a vast number of data and it's like really playing puzzles, because at the end of the day you need to create a picture, for example. So it's like it's also similar to weaving, right? So different threads, and at the end of the day you need to create something usable. So a problem solving skill is really important, but for me kasi problem solving is more of a soft skill. So it's not a skill that you learn overnight, but you can learn it as you gain more experiences. Yeah, and the last one is industry knowledge. So analysis is a multidisciplinary field, or analytics is a multidisciplinary field. So it involves math and statistics and your programming languages. But aside from those two, one important aspect of analytics is industry knowledge or domain knowledge. So becoming an expert to one industry, for example, like in my case, I resigned from Accenture because I decided to specialize in healthcare. It's close to my heart. That's why I chose healthcare to build my industry knowledge on. As you become knowledgeable on that domain, you view your data differently. Compare if you don't have any practical knowledge on the data and you're just relying to SMEs. So industry knowledge, you can gain that as you deepen your experiences and knowledge in analytics. Yeah, so all those skills, you can all develop those skills and become a successful data analyst. So you don't have to worry, because as a starting point, you can just get all the basics and the fundamentals and build on that later on by getting more upskilling or more additional trainings to sustain your fundamentals. Just by learning the basics, you can actually start searching for your clients, doing your first work, and earning your first money. So any questions?
Thanks, Mika. We learned so much already. Also, guys, make sure to stay with us, because Mika will still teach us a little bit about how to optimize your profile, especially if you're going to be looking for a new job, diba, in data analytics, and a little bit of an exercise for you guys just to stimulate your minds a little bit as well. So we'll have just a few questions here before we move on. Okay, so let me see here. An interesting question that we usually get is the age limit. Okay, so there may be not even age limit, but also like an age requirement. So some of the people can be students who might want to get into data analytics. And there are some people who are, let's say, 50, 40 years old, who want to possibly change their careers. So what are your thoughts on that? And what are your recommendations on it?
Thank you, Tabitha. There's really no age limit in learning data analysis or data analytics. Any age very welcome if you want to learn data analysis or data science, as long as you have that passion for learning. And for me, my personal opinion, the advantage of learning data analytics, even though you have more experience compared to the younger ones, is that experience. So you have a lot to share to the younger ones where they can learn about, because analysis is not just about data in numbers. It's also about the real value really is applying those numbers, those data, those insights into business. And sometimes business understanding, which you can only get from experience, will give you a different way of understanding those data, and mas maganda yung application ng insights na mabibigay mo using your experience. So no age limit.
Amazing. And also you did mention that it might actually be an advantage to be in a different industry and then learn to apply data analytics in that industry, especially if you're already parang well versed in that sphere, right? Okay, let's answer one more question here. Because you will be teaching how to optimize your profile later on, siguro a very quick answer to how do you even start applying being a data analyst? Where do you start in terms of applying for a job?
Yeah, so you can actually search for any analyst opening in, for example, in LinkedIn or in some recruitment pages. So there's a lot of opening there where you can see the JDs or the job descriptions. So always read the job descriptions. Personal experience, meron kasing mga recruitment na nagre-reach out, and when you check the JD, hindi kayo fit. So always check for the job description, and check if the required skills there and experiences are matched with what you have. So that's where you can start sending your resume.
Galing. Thank you so much, Mika. And guys, Mika will continue her talk after this very, very short break. So I'll give you time to rest first, Mika. Okay, so based on what we have learned so far, are you guys ready to become a data analyst? Okay, based on the benefits, the advantages, I noticed here, what is your favorite advantage of being a data analyst? And most of you did say being able to work from anywhere. Okay, let me see your yeses. Are you guys ready? Okay, and if you want to start your successful career to become an expert in data analytics, then we'd like to invite you to join our data analytics course, and we are starting next week. Now, the main goal of this program is to help someone with zero or little knowledge and experience in data analytics, and we want you to become a demanded expert in data analytics, okay? Now, just some of the advantages of our course here is that we have an interactive platform with lessons. So interactive, meaning what we're doing now, how you're asking questions and how we're answering them, and you get access to your teacher. That's exactly what we offer you in this program. Now, not just that, we actually have homework and detailed feedback from your teachers. So what's great about this is when you do your homework, this is a chance for you to actually practice what you learn in the course, and then your teachers will give you feedback, which is very important because this is the only way where you can improve on your newfound skills, right? Now, also, we have practicing analysts with many years of experience as your teachers. And also, you get to have live sessions with our experts during the course, okay? So, meaning you get Q&A sessions with them, which is something that isn't usually available in a usual online course. Now, within your course, you get to work on projects, and these are the homeworks and the projects within the course. And what's great about this is that your projects are actually based on real companies here in the Philippines, okay? And what's great about this is that you can actually use the projects that you have worked on during the course as part of your portfolio. So maybe you're wondering, okay, how am I going to look for a job with no experience? So this is part of your experience. You get lifetime access to all the materials once you graduate, and you get your certificate of completion. Now we have 8 modules for you in the course, okay? From the introduction, the very basics, okay? What are data analysts and what is their profession, okay? All the way to actually conducting your own A/B testing, okay, using the programs that we will be teaching you. And then we also help you in preparing for a new job, okay, if this is something that you are looking for. So at the end, you get your certificate of completion, and we help you find a job using our Refocus Career Center. So you get employment assistance because, of course, you're trying to shift careers, and we're here to help you shift into that new profession. During the course, you will receive a more practice-oriented approach. As I mentioned earlier, the projects will be based on real-life cases in the Philippine market. And of course, we're only giving you the relevant knowledge, okay, that you need in order for you to earn money, okay? And at the same time, you will receive tips, and we will help you in your career growth as you prepare for your interview in a new job. We'll help you also get into your CV and prepare your CV so that you will stand out as you look for your new career. Okay, so we'll help you find a job. You will be defending your projects in front of experts from these big companies, okay, which will allow you to showcase your skills and your confidence, okay? And this is really nice because you actually get to practice a little bit in presenting yourself and presenting the results, because that's exactly what you will be doing as a data analyst. You need to present results and solutions to your future employer or your future client. And our students will be recommended to our partner companies. And also, if you don't find a job at any capacity 6 months after you graduate from our program, we will return the course fee. So this is how confident we are in our course. And we guarantee that you will get a new profession with about an 80,000 peso salary and an opportunity to work remotely for foreign companies. And this is really something that we're all looking forward to, something that will double or maybe even triple our current income. So make sure to get the offer. If you haven't yet, there is the offer link at the tab. There's also a link at the upper right corner of your screen, and just input all your details in order for you to enroll. Okay, so hurry up. We actually only have 20 spots left. Okay. Oh, we have someone who already signed up. Awesome, Michael. Thank you for signing up. Okay, so let's go back to our topic. Okay, Mika has a bit of a logical task for you, so something to stimulate your brains after this break. Hi, Mika.
Hi, Tabitha. Thank you. So, guys, let's have a quick logical task. So this is just treat it like a temp check. So most of the time, this is what data analysis is all about. So I would like to introduce you to Linda. So Linda is a 31 years old, single, outspoken, and very bright woman. She majored in philosophy, and as a student, she was deeply concerned with issues of discrimination and social justice, and also participated in anti-nuclear demonstrations. So that's Linda. So my question is, given the information about Linda, which of the following statement is more probable? A, Linda is a bank teller. B, Linda is a bank teller and is active in the feminist movement. So you can actually type your answers now. So I'll give you a minute and let's discover together what is the correct or the most probable statement given Linda's information. So I can see some B's, some A's. More B's. All right. Okay, more B's, some A's. Okay. Okay. The answer is, in order for us to understand to better understand the statements, we decided to visualize it using a Venn diagram. So as you can see here, we have two circles and an intersection circles. So the first side is Linda is a bank teller, and then at the center, Linda is both a bank teller and a feminist. And the and the last side, the purple side, is Linda is a feminist. So this is actually a mathematical probabilistic question. So this is very similar to tossing a coin. So the correct answer really is letter A. Linda is a bank teller. Why? Because the intersection, bank teller and feminist, is almost impossible to get in terms of mathematical probability. So just like in tossing a coin, you can either have the head or the tail, but never or almost impossible to have both the head and the tail. Okay, very, very stimulating, right? And very, very nice, right? This is a very stimulating exercise. So this is just a temp check. Check yourself if you're up to doing solutions with similar problems or similar use cases to what we did right now. And if your answer is yes, and you want a high-paying job that will allow you to work remotely, then a career in data analytics is really for you. Okay, let's move on. So here are the top websites that you can check if you want to start your career in data analytics. So I mentioned earlier LinkedIn. So it's your professional space. So there's a lot of people there that you can network, and there's also some companies who are posting their job openings related to data analytics. And Glassdoor, Indeed, Facebook Jobs, and Amazon Jobs are recruitment sites. Okay, now I'm gonna share you some tips on how to create your profile, because having a very nice profile will attract companies and clients. So this is an example of a LinkedIn profile, and here are some tips. So one is, if you're gonna improve your LinkedIn profile, you need to have a branded background photo or a very nice background photo that will explain or will say what you believed in or what you do. And then you have your professional headshot. So remember, LinkedIn is your professional space. Although it's very similar to Facebook, your profile picture should be professional. Number 3 is it's very nice to have an attention getting headline. So like for this one in the example. So Donna is a speaker and an author. Number 4 is you can actually find her connections. So it's really nice to see if your profile have a lot of connections, because those connections later on you can ask them for feedback and recommendations. And then you need to include your contact information filled in with your customized URL. So your customized URL can house your portfolio. So another site where you can create your coding portfolio is GitHub. So in GitHub, it's a place where you can create all your coding works or data analysis works, and it's just there in one place. So it's easier for recruiters or clients to see your work. And then it's very nice to have a compelling about section. So very just phrase it naturally and not too stiff to make it user friendly. And then you can have a clear call to action section. Like for example, if you want the clients to learn more about your portfolio or to learn more about yourself, you can put it here. And then some multimedia samples of your work, or for example, if you have some speaking engagement, you can actually link to your LinkedIn profile. And additional tips, fill in every section as much as possible if you're trying to improve your LinkedIn profile, or for example, if you're not LinkedIn, but if you're building your resume. And make sure to include a professional headshot, add information about your personal impact. So like for example, if you're a member of some organization that's related to data analysis or data analytics, you can highlight that one. And you can always ask your friends or your acquaintances to endorse your skills. So again, don't forget your portfolio URL, because most of the tech recruiters right now, in order to assess your technical skills, they're looking at your portfolio. You can also get recommendations from previous clients, and you can also optimize your profile with some matching keywords. Like for example, fill your profile with data analysis, big data, so that when recruiters search for those keywords, your profile will appear. And then you can, of course, showcase your past works, your clients, the results, and the numbers. So you can say that for client A, I was able to improve, let's say, HR attrition by 10%. Or you can say that I was able to improve customer engagement by 80%. So always add the numbers, because those are the wow factors for recruiters and for the clients. So any questions before we end my part?
Thanks, Mika. A lot of really great insights and tips in terms of improving your profile. So let's see if there are any more questions. It looks like you have given them all the information that they need, which is great. Okay, so I can see some questions about the course, and I will be answering them later on. So really appreciate your time, Mika.
Thank you, Tabitha.
All right, you guys. So there are 2 ways for you at the end of the webinar. The first way is that you can try to self-study, search for trainings on YouTube, read books and articles about data analytics. But this usually takes a lot of time, especially when you're trying to figure out which teacher is good for you, what kind of structure is it that you need. So it'll take a lot of time to figure all that out. And trust me, I have tried it. Okay. And the second way is you can join our Refocus Data Analytics course and get your dream job with your high salary in just 8 months. Okay. So do you want to become a data analyst and work from anywhere around the world? And I'd love to see your yeses in the chat box. And this one, definitely say yes to this. Do you want to double or triple your income? And do you want to know what it's like to work for international companies? Well, then you definitely need to join our data analytics course. As I mentioned, we are starting next week, okay? And the main goal of this program is to cater to someone with little knowledge about data analytics, and we want you to become an expert data analyst. So what will you get in our course? It's actually 8 months of study, okay, with 100 hours of practice and 60 hours of lectures. You get your live Q&A sessions, 24 hours in total, with your mentors. You get feedback from your mentors, and you get to use your projects as part of your portfolio. Now, on top of that, you get your Refocus certificate. And as I mentioned, we are starting next week, and we only have 20 spots left. So we have a very user-friendly platform. And if you'd like to look at this with me for just a moment, on the left side, you can see all our modules, our 8 modules. And just a quick sample of what it looks like when you click on the introduction, you'll see a drop-down with all your lessons and lesson feedback that you'll be getting from your teacher. Okay, so very easy to navigate. In terms of our class schedule, here you go, Cyrus. Let me answer that question for you. Okay, so the video lessons you can watch anytime. So this is great because if you have a 9-to-5 job, or maybe if you're still studying, then no worries. So you can just access the videos anytime. But I did mention the live sessions, okay, with the experts. And I think this is something that you should definitely make the most out of in the course. So these live sessions happen once to twice a month, usually on weekdays at 7 p.m. And you will be updated in terms of the schedule and when it will happen. So how does our digital class work? So again, we have our online platform, and this is where you get to receive all your the topics, all your instructions, and your key task checklists and your case studies. Okay, and then when you do your homework, you get your feedback from our experts and your teachers, and you also get to participate in regular Q&A sessions with our mentors. Now, we have an exam, and I'm pretty positive that you will pass that exam. So once you pass your exam, you get your certificate, and then from there, you can already use these new skills to help businesses to maybe even upskill and get that promotion if you're already a data analyst working for a company. Or you can start to access our career center, where we will help you find your jobs using our partner vacancies. Okay, so make sure to already get the offer. I saw some people already signing up for it, and I'll give you a quick video on how to sign up. All right, so once you click on the button, it will lead you to this page where you can very simply type in your name, your email address, and your mobile number. Double check everything, and then just simply click enroll, and you're good to go. Okay. Edlin, actually, no, we already have some batches in the course, okay? So how do we learn data analytics together? All right, so we have an interactive course, and this actually allows you to do some group work as well. So this is just one of the platforms that we use for group work and where you get feedback from your teachers. Now we have our video lessons, and this is a quick example of that. So this is one of your teachers, Boris Biakilia, who will talk about what the data analyst profession is, what are the basic skills that you need to acquire so that you can apply for an entry position, and what are the different career paths that you can get into actually as a data analyst. So all basic and very important information that you need to know. So you get your live Q&A sessions with your teachers in case there are just some things that you need clarity on, some things that you don't understand. This is your opportunity to clarify that with your mentors. What's great about this course is that you have mentors to guide and to help you. Unlike other courses where you just sit back and watch a video and you get certified for it, this will give you the opportunity to actually grow and hone your skills while you are in this learning environment. And what's great about this also is that, we also take things offline. Okay, so you learn online, but you can also meet with your classmates. Some of our students have already met offline, even during the course or even after graduation. So, which is great. Okay, I did mention a portfolio for employment, and this is just a quick example of you having to create, let's say, an SQL query on heart disease, okay, and learning which variables actually affect a person's heart, okay? So just a very, very quick thing. You will learn this during the course. Nezle, yes, you will need a laptop because it will help you more in terms of learning, okay, especially as you access the portal. Okay, now you also get your professional feedback. Okay, the mentors of the course will give you feedback on your homework and on your projects, which will help you improve. Okay, they will answer your questions about the content, and they will hold Q&A sessions. We have a friendly community and group work, and this is great because it's always nice to have a network of data analysts, and it's nice to be able to just help each other out, support one another, especially when you're stepping into a new space, when you're looking for a new profession. It's nice to have that support system. Okay, so let's meet our teachers in the data analytics course. Okay, so we have Dominic Ligot, and he is the guru of data and analytics because he's also like a founder of Seralytics and Data Ethics PH. And he is a founding board of trustees of the Analytics Association of the Philippines. He is an expert in this, so you guys are in great hands. We also have Boris Biakilia, who has a PhD in control theory and system analysis. He is an expert at methodology of science and machine learning, and he has worked at the BASF and the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence. Lastly, we have Casey Palisok, who is an expert in data analytics, data science, data management, and has had more than 9 years of experience in data analytics. So, you are well taken care of, guys. She has been involved in business intelligence, digital transformation, research, and data visualization. Okay. Our experts and mentors have worked at these companies, and I am pretty sure you guys are already familiar with all of them, okay? Okay, so it looks like we only have 10 spots left. Make sure to grab that spot already so that you can be part of this next batch. And I will be announcing the course very soon. Patience, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, again, 10 spots left. Make sure to get your spots. Okay, so I also did see questions about the programs that we will be learning. So as I mentioned, in our syllabus, we will teach you the very basics, right? So introduction first, and then we'll teach you these different programs such as Excel, SQL or SQL, Power BI, and Python. Okay, so in our program, first of all, we'll understand data analytics as a profession. Okay, so it's important to know who are data analysts and what do they do exactly? What are the differences between an analyst and an engineer and a data scientist and a system analyst, right? And then who are the companies who are looking for data analysts? It's nice to know that as well. And how do you start your career in data analytics and what are the prospects out there? Okay, and if you are looking to work for an international company, how do you find a job in an international company? And also, if you are looking to hopefully move with this profession, then how does the profession of a data analyst help you move to a different country? And then from there, we teach you on how to create your reports using Excel. Okay, so how to use the functions and the formulas, how to analyze data, how to create simple reports using Excel, and use basic rendering techniques. And then from there, we teach you how to calculate and analyze business metrics. So just understanding the key business metrics, how to use SQL or SQL at an advanced level. Of course, it's very important, right? Because you will be the expert who will be working for these companies. Okay, so we'll teach you the basics, and then also we'll be teaching you advanced levels of SQL. Thank you, Carol, for signing up. It's nice to see this. Okay, now from there, we teach you how to automate analytics using Python. So understand the basics first of Python programming, okay? And then from there, how to use Jupyter Notebook, how to load and analyze data with pandas, okay? Learning the basics of NumPy data processing. And then, which is great, learn how to create your charts and your graphs, which is very much needed when you start to present your results, right? And we have 4 more modules on top of that. And what's great about this is you also get an opportunity to learn how to conduct real-life business model reviews and learn how to present your results. So it's nice to be able to practice in this learning environment before you actually step out into the real world and look for your potential clients. So at the end of the course, you will be getting your certificate of completion and your employment assistance if you need it from our Refocus Career Center. We have a job guarantee. So as I mentioned, at the end of the course, if you don't find a job within 6 months, and this is at any capacity, it can be a position in the field of data analytics, a position as an employee or an apprentice or an intern, then we will return the course fee to you. Okay, so let me know if you already signed up for it. Tess, I will address your question later on. Okay, so as I mentioned, during the course, you will receive a more practice-oriented approach because it's not just all theories and concepts. In data analytics, it's important that you are able to practice and gain a little more experience as you learn, because these are the exact things that you will need to learn when you apply for a new job, okay? And as I mentioned, you will receive just the basic knowledge or the knowledge that is relevant in practice that will help you make money and upskill and hopefully double and triple that income. Lastly, you will be receiving career growth. Okay, so if you're already a data analyst, this is a great opportunity for you to upskill and also to hopefully get that promotion, get that bonus, and really be more knowledgeable among your peers, because we do teach you all the areas encompassing data analytics. Mary signed up already. Mark signed up. Okay, great. Jason, awesome. Edlin, Marco, great. Thank you for letting me know. It's good to know. Okay, so who is this course for? This course is for someone who wants to start a new successful career, okay? Wants to start fresh, wants to start a profession that will excite them and stimulate their minds, right? This is also for those who want to work remotely and have a stable, high salary. So just like Mika, she is able to work from home, work for an international company, and also be able to help her family. If you are a breadwinner in your family, then this is definitely something that will help you in having that stable, high salary. Now, this is also for someone who wants to just upgrade their skills. And as I mentioned, get that promotion, We're here to help improve your career, and we're here to help you. Actually, that's our main goal. Okay, lots of questions coming in. Hopefully our team is also answering. Yes. All right. Okay, so we help you find a job. Okay, as I mentioned, you get your practice and experience in defending your project in front of the experts of these big companies, these local companies. You get to showcase your confidence and your skill set within this learning environment, and our students will be recommended to our partner companies. So you will be able to, first of all, get your dream job, something that you are passionate about, something that excites you, something that is always different day to day, which is quite nice, right? It's not just the same stuff every day. Increase your proficiency, okay? Be at the cutting edge of data analytics. And like what Mika mentioned earlier, it's nice to be one of the first people in this sphere to actually have the knowledge, right? Because slowly, or not even slowly, maybe in the future, this is going to be a main thing, like data analytics. So it's nice to be one of the first people in this industry. And help businesses make better decisions. So businesses will always have data and information, and they will always need solutions to their problems. And you can be that person to help them. Okay, so data analytics is actually a universal profession. So in case maybe you're thinking, oh, what if this isn't really for me? What's great about this course is that this is a great foundation for you. So once you are finished with this course, there are many ways where you can go. You can actually get into programming if that's something that you're more interested in. You can get into digital marketing. That's also something that you can get into, because data analytics is such a universal profession. So it's very easy to switch. You can move laterally in your career, or you can also start moving up in your company. And you will get a new profession with an 80,000 peso salary and an opportunity to work remotely for foreign companies. Okay, so again, just a quick glance at the advantages of our course. And let me see. Marty, yes, Marty, we are live. And yes, Therese, I will be announcing the course fee very soon. So the course, here we go, is actually at a price that is less than your future salary, your 1 month future salary payment. So an average data analyst salary would be about 80,000 pesos according to Indeed.com. And so our course will be less than that future salary. Okay. So an average market price for data analytics courses would total to about 100,000 pesos, especially when you study these courses and these programs separately. It can stack, and it can also be very, very heavy in the pocket. And so we don't want that, okay? So our regular fee is actually at this price, okay? Interest-free installment for 12 months. But I did mention a very special discount for this webinar. So today we're giving you 60% off our course fee. So now it's at this price per month for 12 months, interest-free. Again, this price for 12 months if you'd like to pay for 12 months, but it can also slide if you want to pay it for 9 months. You can talk to our manager and we can arrange a payment plan for you. Okay, so think about it. This price is less than your fancy milk teas, or maybe even your lattes, right? Or maybe even movie dates. Movie dates are so expensive nowadays. And hopefully when you start to save money in order for you to get into this course, and you will be able to make more money at the end of the course. As I mentioned, doubling or maybe even tripling your income, and you can simply pay off the course in a month, right? Okay, so we only have 5 spots left. Let me see. Did you guys sign up already? Okay, 5 spots left. Make sure to get your spot already to become part of this course. The link is available to you right there. Okay, so just a quick review and feedback from one of our students, okay, who enrolled 3 months with already in the course and already learned so much. He appreciates the mentors and the community managers, and actually wasn't very comfortable with online learning, but has slowly enjoyed the live sessions as well. Totally worth the price. Very excited to be preparing for their first project, which is a real company and a great addition to his portfolio, which is amazing. Okay. All right. So let's see the table and see some of the names who have already signed up for this course. Marco. So the schedule for the class is actually very flexible. You can watch the videos at any time, but we have our live sessions, which happens once to twice a month. Okay. Okay. So let's see. We have Ted, Deborah, Daniel, Aldrin, Imelda, Grace, Aliasa, Kimberly, Christopher, Joanna, Therese. Oh, I saw you earlier in the chat box. Vincent, Anne, Kendricks, Mark, Paul, Israel, Gio, Romel, Carlo, Franz, Daisy, Nisa, JP, Gary, Marco, I saw your name as well earlier, Sweetzel, Patricia, Rona, Aliasa, amazing, Michael, nice. Thank you guys for signing up. We really do appreciate it. Nikki, no worries, right? Because as I mentioned, it's always good to save a little bit, save a little bit for the course. Angela, sorry name, Ramel present, yes. All right. So what's great about this course as well is that we actually guarantee the result. Okay, so if you don't like the chosen course, let's say you already enrolled and within 14 days or 2 weeks, you feel like it's not for you, then don't worry about it. Within the 14 days, you can contact your supervisor and we will refund the money, no questions asked. So again, you will get a job with a salary that will quickly pay off, okay? Quickly pay off the course. If an average salary of a data analyst is 80,000 pesos a month, then that can easily pay off the course that you will be paying off within 12 months, okay? And also feel free to start earning even before graduating from the course, especially for those who are novice data analysts here. Feel free to apply all the skills and the programs that you will be learning within the course already. So again, if you haven't enrolled yet, make sure to book your spot already, okay? Okay, so is it expensive to get a new profession for this price per month? That's completely up to you. And I know some of you think that it's a bit steep. Actually, no, right? Remember that the best investment is an investment in yourself. And when you think about it, you'll get a job with a salary that will quickly pay off the course. Our price is actually lower than our competitors for such a comprehensible program with, by the way, mentors who will teach you, okay, and guide you. And a monthly price for no more than your coffee expenses. So save a little bit, okay, on the coffee, on the movie dates, and you'll be able to buy coffee and take your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your family out on a nice little treat. Okay, so maybe you're also wondering, what if you don't understand data analytics at all? Okay, actually, we have a separate module for beginners, okay, with introductory information. So what you can do is that you can learn this module first, and then once you're comfortable, you can proceed to the main modules at your own pace after studying it. And Also, don't forget that you have your mentors in case you have any questions. Okay, what if you're already a data analytics specialist? And I did see this question earlier. Okay, so the course provides in-depth knowledge and skills in all the areas of data analytics. If you saw the programs that we are offering to teach you, that's a lot of programs already. So we're also constantly updating our materials. So as I mentioned, you have lifetime access to the course. So in case you need to update yourself on the new programs, on new materials, then feel free to use that portal as your resource center, okay? And also, this course will help you hopefully claim that higher position and get that promotion, get that bonus. Maybe you're also thinking, is 8 months too long for this course? This course is quite comprehensive. Okay, so it's important for us to make sure that you are well equipped when you step out, when you graduate from the course. Okay, and we want to make sure that you have enough knowledge and experience that is enough for you to get that high paying job after your education with us. Okay, what if you don't have time to study? Actually, we really do appreciate your time. And so the studying will only take about 5 to 10 hours a week. The video lessons are pre-recorded, so you can watch them at any time. Feel free to access it after work, after school, or maybe during the weekend even. So again, in terms of our experience in education so far, we have educated 2,050 students in the Philippines, and we are looking to increase this number. Again, we are a member of the IT and Business Process Association of the Philippines, the Analytics Association of the Philippines, and we are a Facebook partner. So again, the course is at a price of your one future salary payment, even less than that. Yes. Thank you for that, Therese. Highly recommended. Okay, so as I promised, we will give you your gift, okay? Your top 10 mistakes beginners in data analytics should avoid. So make sure to scan this QR code, text us 10, and receive your guide. JR, thanks for enrolling. Okay, let's see if there are any more questions here before we end. All right, Jomar, yes, hope to see you soon as well. Okay, thank you everyone for your time. We truly appreciate it. Thank you for spending your time with us, your energy with us. My name is Tabitha Hamlang, and we look forward to seeing you in class. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.